Imagine a mirror in front of you that shows your future 1 second ahead. Every time you pick up a chess piece, the you in the mirror has already made the move. So when it's your turn, do you follow fate or take a different path?
This is the point where people start to go insane.
The deity told me he could see not just 1 second ahead, but 2 minutes, even 2 hours into the future. He urged me to give up, saying that accepting fate was the wisest choice. But I refused to quit. I had come to the Heavenly Palace to save Chang'an. If I won this game, I would gain divine power enough to restore our crumbling city to its former glory. After the game began, I asked him, if you already know how everything ends, why play at all? He said that although he knew the future, he was still part of how things unfolded. He couldn't just watch from the sidelines, nor could he interfere, throw me off. He transformed into my parents. Years ago, they had died because of his indifference. The old hatred surged up instantly. I flew into a rage.
I said, stop!
And hurled the board into the air, but it didn't fall back down. The deity twisted space itself, and the pieces reset as if nothing had happened. I demanded an answer. You have countless ways to change the future. Why did you let my parents die? His reply was calm.
Cause and effect. That is all. Would you seek revenge against the moon?
Blinded by rage, I blurted out my choice.
You'd rather make the moon an enemy than admit that cause precedes effect. You still don't believe me?
He conjured a mirror beside me, one that would show our future 1 second ahead.
I could set the mirror 2 minutes into the future, or an hour. You ought to see how this ends.
I hesitated. I realized that against a being who could see everything, any choice I made was meaningless. What terrified me more was that every time a piece landed and vanished, a building in Chang'an collapsed with it.
Wait, what? Is that real? How could you not know? We are playing for control of the movements of Chang'an. That means we are playing with Chang'an. What we do here has consequences. Stop it!
I panicked. More people were going to die. What I didn't know was that this was exactly where every challenger lost their grip, trapped in a game they couldn't control, yet held responsible for millions of lives.
It can't be perfect. You can't know everything.
I couldn't understand how the deity could speak so calmly about the nature of all things while the world was falling apart around him. He turned the question back on me. If you refuse to accept that everything is already determined, why can't you let go of your hatred past?
Because they're dead. You ruined my life!
He said hatred makes people stop thinking, and when you stop thinking, you can't see things for what they really are.
So show me how they died.
The earthquake told.
Then the truth came out. Years ago, an earthquake nearly destroyed Chang'an. The ground split open and demons poured in from the underworld. It was warriors, like my parents, who stood in the breach. The Heavenly Palace saved the city, but only at the cost of their lives.
To preserve the whole.
My parents saved me.
I finally understood. My parents chose to die to save me, to save Chang'an. But I still refused to believe this was unchangeable fate.
Because they made it happen.
I walked to the board and made my move. The board was Chang'an. The Heavenly Palace stood at its center. I played a losing move on purpose to destroy the palace and free Chang'an from the chains of destiny.
What are you doing?
You would say exactly what I'm here to do.
My black piece fell, and the palace began to crumble.
You would sacrifice yourself!
I can't win, but I can choose how this ends.
Despite everything I've shown you, you still somehow believe you're making a choice.
Even if fate couldn't be defied, I would fight for every brick and stone of Chang'an with everything I had.
Play your stone.
Then, I can see.
The deity conceded.
This was a fun game.
In an instant, his divine power flowed into me, a flash of light. I walked down the corridor in new robes.
What did you do?
I won.
No, not possible.
Impossible. Inevitable.
What happens now?
Exactly.
Passing a statue that bore my own face. Just as the deity had said, nothing happens by chance. This game was never just a game, it was the Heavenly Palace's test, measuring how far I would go to save Chang'an. I raised my hand, and the ruined city began to glow, restored like a chessboard reset. Palm. The deity turned and walked away, off to find others willing to give everything for their dreams.
You're here to challenge the Tiangong.
Yes.